Once upon a time, in a faraway village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, lived a young boy. His name was Kenzo. Kenzo was an inquisitive and hard-working kid who dreamed of becoming a great inventor one day. He loved spending his time tinkering with gadgets and gizmos, taking things apart and putting them back together. One day, while exploring the attic of his house, he stumbled upon an old, dusty box. Curiosity piqued. He opened it to find a collection of gears, springs, and other mechanical components. It was like discovering a treasure chest filled with magical beans. From that moment on, those trinkets became Kenzo's most prized possession. He spent hours arranging and rearranging them, trying to figure out how they worked and how he could use them to create something new. As Kenzo grew older, so did his fascination with mechanics. He devoured books on engineering, studied the works of famous inventors, and took on odd jobs to earn money for more tools and materials. His room became his workshop, filled with projects at various stages of completion. Friends and neighbors often stopped by to watch him work and offer their support. However, not everyone was as excited about Kenzo's passion. His parents, hard-working farmers, couldn't understand why he wouldn't help out more on the farm or take on a more practical trade. "Why do you waste your time on these useless contraptions?" his father would often say. "You should be working on the farm. A farmer's work is honest and rewarding." But Kenzo couldn't help it. The thought of building something from scratch, seeing his ideas come to life, filled him with a joy that no field work could match. Years went by, and Kenzo's skills continued to grow. He developed a reputation in the village for being able to fix almost anything, from broken tools to malfunctioning watches. People began to take notice of his talent, and some even started leaving their sons and daughters with him for a while, hoping that Kenzo could pass on some of his knowledge. Then one day, a traveling merchant visited the village and overheard some villagers talking about Kenzo and his inventions. Intrigued, the merchant decided to seek out the young inventor and see for himself. When he found Kenzo in his room, surrounded by his creations, the merchant was impressed. "I've heard many stories about you," he said, "and I believe you have a gift. Why don't you come with me on my travels? I can introduce you to people who will appreciate your work and help you become a successful inventor." Kenzo couldn't believe his ears. Was this the opportunity he had been waiting for? To spend his life doing what he loved the most? He thanked the merchant profusely and immediately began packing his things. He left behind the only life he had ever known, the familiar fields and faces of his village, and set off into the unknown with nothing but a backpack full of tools and a heart full of hope. Their journey took them to bustling cities and quiet towns, to wealthy estates and humble homes. Wherever they went, Kenzo's inventions caused a stir. People marveled at his creations, and some even offered him positions as their personal engineer. Through it all, Kenzo remained humble, always striving to learn and improve his craft. He never forgot the long hours he spent in his room as a kid, the countless failures and setbacks he had overcome to get where he was today. As the years passed, Kenzo's name became synonymous with innovation and quality. He had finally achieved his dream of becoming a great inventor. But more importantly, he realized that the real reward wasn't fame or fortune, but the satisfaction of knowing that he had followed his passion and made a difference in the world.